Now, say Dr. Belloff. Come on.
I want to hear this so bad.
Come on, say it for me, Dr. Belloff.
Dr. Belloff.
Creepy, isn't it?
What is your job? Someone calls you up on the phone. They go, Richard, we need you. What service are you providing?
I don't do that anymore. I did do it a long time ago. I was interested because Society for Psycho Research got involved in Enfield, and I would have loved to have been involved in the Enfield Poltergeist.
Yeah.
We've spoken about this.
We have, yeah. There was a series about it on BBC, I think.
Can you, because some of our listeners might not be familiar with it. Can you
Morris Gross was the guy, the older guy that went to investigate, and he was a member of the Society for Psycho Research. And it was about the two girls up in Enfield, and basically they started off sort of like it was things happening in the house, objects moved. Then one of the girls, she started to talk with a very gruff voice, you know, like she was
on the vape.
Thought she was possessed and things like that, and there was all sorts of things happening. I mean, there's a picture, I don't know if anyone's seen that picture, but there's a famous picture of them on there. They're like, it's like they're flying in the air, but really it looks like they're just jumping up on the bed.
Yeah,
you know, that's all it is to me.
I hate that picture though.
Yeah,
it is scary.
It is a freaky picture, isn't it? Yeah.
It's one of the biggest cases of like, something happen?
It was a big case, and that's something I really wish I'd been involved in, because there were some very serious researchers, even skeptical researchers, and even police officers that attended that said they were there and they saw things move when they were actually there attending, you know. So it was quite an unusual one. I mean, the girl's voice, if you listen to recordings, anyone wants to listen to them online, I mean, they are quite freaky. And how a young girl could keep that up for a long time, talking in that gruff kind of voice, you know, talking like that all the time, you know, without at least getting a, you know, very sore throat and, you know, start, you know, it really was.
I've got it up here, actually. I'm going to have a little play of it now.
You can probably...
Let me hear you say my name. Come on, let me hear you say my name. That's not my name.
So is that the girl barking there then?
That's the girl barking, yeah. Barking, believe it or not.
That's a question I never thought I'd ask.
It's a funny thing. I mean, we'll go on sat with Jeff, them talking among here. But barking is one of the things that happens in poltergeist activity. You get the scratching, you get the barking, you get a scratching noise on the wall, and you can get the barking, like, you know, and all those things. You get whistling, you get all those kind of noises.
Right.
Sometimes in a poltergeist activity, and that was a poltergeist activity. They say it's centered around the a young girl, adolescent. And they believe that, you know, when they're adolescent, they can. I mean, Nandor Fodor kind of believe that, you know, they would, their energy. I mean, I can remember my daughter when she wanted to go out, and that was fine. We were going to let her go out for the evening, but she had to tell us what time, stuff like that. Got in a real huff. I can remember it, and she banged the thing, and the lights flickered in the house. And upstairs in the other room, the bookshelf, and I jokingly said, "Oh, she's gone and started some poltergeist activity." You know, she's a miserable bloody teenager. You know, and sort of, so some people believe that they believe that can happen. You know,
yeah.
I mean, if that does happen, then that is paranormal. That is unexplainable. That is something we need to look more into. If people can affect things, you know, or teenagers can do that. So yeah,
let's have a little listen to this. Another bark there. Oh, is this her?
That is supposed to be the girl, yeah.
That's the girl?
That's the girl, yeah. Yeah.
Say Dr. Belloff. Come on, let me hear you say that. Come on, let's hear you say Dr. Belloff. Could you close that door down? Say Dr. Belloff.
Say it.
It's like a parent trying to get their kid to speak for the first time.
Yeah.
I can't hear you talking. Now, say Dr. Belloc. Come on.
I want to hear this so bad.
Come on, say it for me, Dr. Belloc.
Dr. Belloc.
Creepy, isn't it?
That is creepy, yeah, but it does sound like it could just be a girl going, Dr. Belloc.
It does. It does sound like that. And
But what would they get out of it?
Money, fame, riches.
Yes. I mean, I can remember, I mean, going back to why I kind of like didn't do the houses anymore, because I had loads of people contact me and saying, I've got an Enfield, I've got Poltergeist, I've got things thrown around, you've got to come to the house. And you go around to the house and they'd be like, hello, all right, how are you? And then you look and all their DVDs are like Most Haunted, you know,
they're all over
Unexplained and all that.
Right.
And they'd be saying, you know, they'd be talking completely, you know, and you think, no, this is attention. I mean, I remember I'm going back to the police. I mean, it was a similar thing, like when the lonely woman would call just to have a conversation with you, just to go to the house. We'd have a lot of that. And you never really see anything kind of, and to be honest, I mean, on a serious note, I kind of thought it was unethical for ghost hunters to go around houses, unless you're doing it like they did with Enfield, with the proper paranormal society for psychical research. I think it's better that it's done that way rather than some nutter just turning up at someone's door. You know?
Yeah.
Because there's no kind of. They say about mediums, you see them online, don't you? I mean, there's no policing for it. We don't know who the hell's going in.
Yeah.
Sort of weirdo, you know. So
There's an online content creator called Speed, and for content, he barks a lot. So is there a chance he's...
it could be, yeah.
Because there's a lot of barking in his stream. It's quite weird.
Yeah.
So maybe he's just possessed.
Some thought it was Morris himself because he's got a very London voice, and if you listen to it, they thought he was doing it for the girl, but he's kind of
The doctor?
The one that was there talking.
Right.
They thought he then did that himself.
Right.
But to be honest with you, he was so into it. He lost his daughter from an accident, so he really wanted it to be true. He had no kind of gain from making things up.
This is why the whole sort of world of ghosts and that can be a bit sort of dodgy, and like psychics, because often, like faith, like religion, people look for something.
Yeah.
They need that hope.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the problem. I mean, you can have jokes and you can take the mick and have fun.
Yeah.
But there is always that fine line, and I have to always go by that fine line, you know, when I'm talking about it, because there are moments when people take it really, you know, really serious and stuff.
Hello, YouTube. You've just watched a happy hour clip. I bet you enjoyed it. Now, please do take a few seconds to like, subscribe, and comment. I know a lot of YouTubers say that, but it really does help.
It's going to push us into the algorithm. More people will see us, and then we'll get way more views.
And we'll both get way more money.
He'll get way more money.
I'll get the money.